Hi, I'm Jillian, and this is Sebastian. We're here on behalf of TrueStar. We're going to be walking you through some iron yoga today, so you might be needing a light pair of weights. I'm using 3 pounds. Sebastian's using 5. Beginners, you might want to just kind of roll through this first without using any weights at all, and then work your way up from there. So placing the weights down, you're going to have them crossed and just off to the side because we're not going to be needing them right away. Coming to the top third of your mat. Step your feet a little wider than hip distance apart. Spread your toes and root them down. Lift through the upper body, drawing the shoulder blades together and down your back. Inhale as you bring your arms up and overhead. Exhale as you fold forward, hinging at the hips. Inhale as you come down to a squat. Exhale, use your elbows to push your knees apart. Inhale, rising halfway up. Sweeping the arms back behind you, clasp your hands. Exhale as you puff the chest up to the sky. Inhale, rising up, straightening out the legs. And exhale, your hands together. One more time, just like this, getting the body nice and warm. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, coming down to a squat. Exhale, elbows push your knees apart. Inhale, halfway up. Reach the arms back behind you and exhale. Rising up, inhale. And exhale. Great. Grabbing a hold of your hips. We're going to hinge forward, leading with the chest, hinging at the hips. Bringing your hands down, walking them out into a really wide downward facing dog. Drop the heart down, sink it low, reaching back into the lower body, stretch it way back. Turn that tailbone up towards the sky and feel a whole new stretch. Walking the hands back to directly underneath of your chest. Plant the left hand underneath your chest, fingers spread far apart and rooted down. Grabbing the weights, both weights with your right hand. What you're going to be doing is you're going to lift the weights up on the inhale, bringing the elbows straight up to the sky, and exhale ever so slowly back to the ground. Now, if you'd like, you can just have them hover about an inch. Inhaling up, and back down. Let's try for a few more. Last one. And slowly, slowly, slowly release it down. Bringing the weights out into right in front of you. What you're going to do is you're going to turn the toes out to the outside corners of the mat now. Let the head and neck just drape over. And we're going to be lunging over to the right side, deeply bending in the right knee, walking the hands over. Inhale as you rise back to center. And exhale, alternating from side to side. Let the weight of your head draw your spine long. Once more on either side. Rising back to center, turning the toes to be parallel with one another. Plant the right hand directly underneath the chest, spreading the fingers apart and rooting them down, and grabbing the weights with the left hand. Inhale as you lift the weights up sharply. And exhale down. Keep this going. Let's go for a few more. Last one. Releasing the weights out in front of you. Grab a hold of your hips, keeping a nice micro bend in the knees, rising up with a nice flat back. Great. Turning your toes to the outside corners of the mat again. We're going to try for 10 yoga hops. If you've never heard of it before, don't be afraid. Deeply bending in the knees, just like you would have 90 degrees in the knees there. You're going to just pounce up 10 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And jump your feet together. Great. So now we're going to bend down, grab the weights with both hands, take all of the roundness out of our back, and rise up, engaging Mula Bandha. Great. Now we're going to face forward. Standing with your feet about hip distance apart. Lift the sternum up high, drop the shoulders down your back. Find your breath, find your center. Begin to drop the right hand down the right leg, lifting the left arm up to the side. Lock the abs in and inhale back up. Exhaling over to the left. Lock it in and rise up. Keep this going, alternating from side to side. And on the last time, this time, bring the left arm up. Hold it up really high, pushing out of the top hand. Release the grip a little bit on the lower hand and just let it dangle a little. I'm going to stay here for a few breaths, deepening the side bend. Every time you inhale, lifting the left hand high. Holding here for one more breath. Lock the abs in super tight and rise back up. Over to the other side now. Again, letting the bottom hand dangle just a little bit, pushing the top hand up. Want to make sure that your shoulders aren't caving forward or slipping back. One last breath here. And rise back up. Step your feet a little wider than hip distance apart. Pick your toes up and spread them far, far apart. We're going to be having to lock in our lowest abs here, so you want to just slightly tuck the tailbone down and under to help protect your lower back. Watching us first before you give it a try, swing the arms forward like you're sitting back in a chair, bend the knees. Swing the arms back as they cross your hips. Inhale, opening the chest, coming into a tricep kickback. Exhale, flowing forward. Keep the same exhale and inhale. Speed it up a little bit. Let's try for a few more. Last one. And let the arms just hang by the sides. Loosen the grip on them a little bit. Feel the weights pull your arms long. Take a moment here to just reconnect with your breath. Shifting the weight into our left foot now. Pick the toes up, spread them far, far apart, and root them down. Sleepwalk the arms out in front of you, palms facing one another. And we're going to bring the right leg up, coming into stork pose. Have your toes pointing down. Slip your shoulder blades down your back. And let's go for 5 toe touches. Nice and slow. Exhale down. Inhale up. Last one. Great. Release the arms, release the legs. Inhaling up onto the balls of your feet. And out. Keep this going. Keep your eyes focused on one gaze point. Feel like your ankles are trying to roll out. Really root down with the ball of the big toe. Next time, let's hold it up there. Hold it for as long as you can. Focus on your breath. And slowly release it down. Beautiful. Great. So shifting the weight into your right foot now. Pick your toes up, fan them far, far apart, and root them down. Imagining like roots of a tree growing into the ground. Sleepwalk the arms out in front of you to shoulder height, palms facing one another. And lift the left leg up. Point your toes down towards the mat. Fix your eyes on a gaze point and focus on your breath. Let's go for 5 toe touches. Exhale down and inhale up. And release it down. Great. We've come to the end of our iron yoga session. Thanks.